In the next few minutes, we're going to take a look at how we can take advantage of smart objects and the live shape properties in order to work with a number of shapes and yet keep the editing of those shapes as flexible as possible. The first thing I'll do is I'm going to show my rulers using Command R on the Mac or Control R on Windows. And I just want to set it to pixels. So I'm going to right click and then choose pixels. Then we can go ahead and hide those rulers using Command R again. It's just an easy way for me to make that change, because the next thing I want to do is go to View and then New Guide Layout. And it's just easier if we're already in the units of measurement. If we weren't, we could always type them in, but this is going to save us some time. So I want to create 3 columns and 3 rows with the gutters of 60 pixels and also add a margin at the top, left, bottom, and right of another 60 pixels. All right. Then I'm going to tap the U key, and that's going to give me my shape tool, but I don't want a custom shape. Instead, I'm going to select the rectangle tool. Then I'll start by using the guides in the upper left-hand corner and just click and drag out my first rectangle. In my case, it has a fill and no stroke, and that's perfect. Now I want to make a number of duplicates, but before I do that, on the Layers panel, I'll right-click and I'm going to convert this to a smart object. That way, when I want to make a change later, I can make the change to 1 and they'll all change. To quickly make duplicates, I'll tap the V key to select the Move tool, hold down the Option key on Mac or the Alt key on Windows, and then just drag over a duplicate using my margins as a guide. I'll release the keyboard shortcuts and then again hold down Option, and as I drag, hold down that Shift key. So now we can see in the Layers panel, I have these 3 rectangles. I can go ahead and select all 3 of them in the Layers panel by holding down the Shift key and then selecting them. And then I'll hold down the Option key on Mac or the Alt key on Windows and the Shift key and just drag those duplicates down, and one more time at the bottom. All right, now I actually want the image to appear in the rectangles. So I'm going to select the top rectangle in the Layers panel and then scroll down. Holding down the Shift key, I'll select the bottom one, and I'm going to put them all into a group by using the keyboard shortcut Command G. Once they're in a group, all I need to do is convert the background into a layer by clicking on the lock icon, positioning it above the group. So I'll drag it up on top of the group until I see just that single cyan line and release the cursor. Then to clip it, I'll use the Layer menu and choose Create Clipping Mask. But what if I want to change the corners of the individual rectangles? Let's click on the disclosure triangle so we can see the contents. I'll double click on any of the rectangle layers, and then using the Properties panel, I can use any one of these 4 icons in order to change the corners. By default, they're linked, so I'll just click and drag to the right in order to change the roundness of the corner. If I wanted one to be square and the others round, I could unlink them and then just remove the value from one of them. The best part is when I choose File and Save, and then File and Close, all of the instances of that smart object and that rectangle will be updated in the image area. I'll use Command semicolon in order to hide our guides. So there you have it, a great way to use smart objects with Shape Layers live shape properties in Photoshop.